So we've got an absolutely glorious day today. We've just left the Conwy River, which is just in the background here, and you can see the mountains, you can see the sun shining, the sea's flat. We're not sailing, but we are on the move and we are out of the marina, which everyone's really pleased about. So we've not been out before, we're just making sure everything's okay, a little bit of a test sail, getting our confidence back, and having a little bit of an explore at the same time. So here's the fairway buoy, just here in the distance, just zoom in on that. There he is, there's the fairway buoy. So we're just going to make our way over to Puffin Island. We're going to have a quick look, see if there are any puffins there, and then we're going to go around Puffin, and I think today we're going to head down the Straits. So we've not been anywhere here before. We were going to go to Mulfra, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and get through the Straits, through the Swellies, and then round to Carnarvon and possibly Pilot's Cove. The wind, there is no wind really, but the wind is kind of coming from this direction. So it's blowing into places like Mulfra at the moment still. The display on KIP's looking really nice now. You can see our engine temperature's 79 degrees, exhaust 23. We're about 2,000 RPM. We're doing 5.6 knots. And we're just checking like our batteries are working all okay because of the work that we've done. So on this screen, which you've probably seen before, you can see the DC to DC charger here. And that's charging, got no errors. We're in absorption mode at the moment, so it's just running the boat electronics and keeping the batteries nicely topped up. What's also good is the starter battery voltage is higher than it was before. So that's that alternator regulator work that we did, that's done as good because it's brought that voltage up. And our house battery's nice and high as well, so. We are just off the Bangor Pier now. There's the Bangor Pier. Just see it. It's quite a big pier actually. It comes out quite a long way. Very shallow on that side of the Straits. You can see the hills in the distance. You can see the Conwy Hills further in the distance to that. And you might just be able to make out the Great Orme just over there. Now we came down sort of this section here, and you can see there's a lot of moorings here, but they all seem to be private. So we haven't been able to pick up a mooring. We've anchored actually. There's a bit of a gap just where we are. Just pan round, have a quick look. It's very nice. Sun shining, beautiful. And then the bridges are down there. There's a little bit of a gap here, so what we just decided to do was just to anchor up. Bridge is down there somewhere. Yes, we've just anchored up and we've just had a spot of lunch. Very nice. We're not sure what to do, whether to stay the night here and then head through the Swellies tomorrow with the morning tide, and then hopefully sort of take that all the way down to Carnarvon and maybe out the other end and round to Pilot's Cove, or not. We're just we're just weighing up our options really. So here's Carnarvon, and we've got a changeover buoy coming up on this side. So this is a changeover buoy, so that all the buoyage now switches sides. So we've had green on our starboard side, and now we're going to have red on our starboard side. The reason for that is because this buoyage this side is to get you into Carnarvon, so it's set up so that you would follow it in the normal way to get into Carnarvon. Now, I don't know whether you can see in the distance, but there's a white boat over there. That's in Abermenai, so that's probably another spot that we can come to on the way back. We're not going to go to there, we're going to actually go through the gap because we've got a really good tide. We're doing 7 knots at the moment. As you can see, the current's with us, and we've basically followed the current. We've been in the as we're coming through the swellies, we were in the slack, and then as we come kind of just on the other side of it, we kind of are just picking up the tail end of the current, so now it's taking us this way. So we're thinking of going through the gap, high tide, through the gap with the current all the way to Pilot's Cove, and we should be there probably in an hour. It's 9:17 now, 9:15, and we set off at 10 to 8, was it? At 10 to 8. So we got the 8 o'clock slack through there. It's taken us about an hour and 15 minutes to get down to here, and we're going good guns. There you go. There's Carnarvon. See Carnarvon through the gap. Again, they've got a sill or an opening gate, so again very tidal. And then the bridge, there are moorings down there as well. If you've got a lift keel, bilge keel type jobby, then you can head off down there, or a motorboat probably. But other than that, you have to go in there, otherwise you'll end up on your side. There we go. Now you can see there's a green on this side now, and there's a red coming up on that side. There was an ex-lifeboat, I think, just in front of us. We followed him down, and there's a sailing yacht behind us. I don't know whether he's heading to Carnarvon or what, but he's going a bit further that way now, so maybe he is. And that's where we are. It's quite bright tonight. There's quite a lot of moonlight on the sea there. That over there is Carnarvon. You can't see that very well on the camera, but you can see the castle. Give it a try, see how well it lights up. You can keep these flashes here. These are cars, so you can see cars going across. There's a road just there. You can see the cars. Here, the waves just splashing against the side of the hull. Wind's due to drop a bit more in another hour. So it should be nice and still in here from that point. I hope the dinghy's okay. We've got another lovely day today, and we're still at Abermenai. We've decided not to go anywhere else. It's just too nice. The wind's changed direction now, coming over the hill here, so that's a little bit better. It was perfectly flat calm last night. After that little bit of sort of tidal bit, the waves were actually coming this way, down from sort of Carnarvon, kind of at us this way, it was side on, and it was just slapping the side of the boat. But once that stopped, it's been a really peaceful night. And yeah, high tide at the moment, so there's not much shore showing. It's stony here. This bit's all basically stone. There's sand right over on this bit over here. That's where a couple of people were drying out the other day. There was a moody bilge keeler, he dried out, and actually the guy in front of us actually dried out a little bit as well. Sand comes quite far out. You have to be careful here because it does, the tidal range is quite big, and it does drop right down. But as long as you're kind of in the middle bit, which we are, there's plenty of water even for a boat like ours. But yeah, it's just, and you get sandbanks all on this side as well. I'll try and get a picture of that later. Yeah, it's very, very nice. Very nice. Little Nell's ready for a walk. You ready for a walk, Nell? And a bit of a stretch. She's really getting used to the boat now. She's settled right in. She's started to play. If you've not followed us before, Nell's a rescue dog, and she's really taken to sailing. She loves it on here. She gets sort of really excited to go to the shore. She started to, interact with us a lot more than she did before. She's doing really well. She's a lovely little dog.
So we're up early this morning because we've got to get down to the bottom of Port de Norwich, which is down here, and then round through the Swellies. So we need to be down there about 8:30. It's currently 6:30, and we've just got a bit of a sunrise coming up. And that is a beautiful morning. A little bit wet this morning, you can see everything's got a little bit of water on it. So we just get everything dried off. Nell and I are heading to the beach, give her a little bit of a walk, and then yeah, we'll get ourselves set and sorted for the day. So Chris has just anchored us, and we're in the pool, this is called. You can see Puffin Island in the distance there. You can probably hear Nell, she wants to come up. And we're just off Beaumaris. So this red here, this is B10. And you just come into the pool and you're basically in the middle. It looks like you're in the middle of the sea. You can see the bridges back down there, and then obviously the hills, and we look like we're just in the middle of nowhere, but all of this is sand. It's another lovely morning today. So you can just see behind me Puffin in the distance there, and we're going to start making our way down there in about an hour's time. The current is kind of against us at the moment, so we're just going to let that ease up a little bit, and then we're going to head down to Puffin and back into our marina. Seems a shame sort of going into the marina today because it is so nice, but there is a change coming. Tomorrow looks completely different to today, kind of forgetting that we're still in April. And you know, the weather is quite changeable, but yeah, a bit of rain, a bit more like April weather, showers, a little bit cooler, all that sort of stuff on its way. So we're going to head back into the marina for a couple of days, and then we're going to see if it passes, and we might bob back out, or we might do something else. But we've had a fantastic few days. I think we've been out now 6 days, and yeah, it's just been incredible like this just the whole time. Yeah, amazing, really, really good. So still off Beaumaris, spent the night in the pool, really good here, no wind for us, and obviously the sea state was flat, so it was really comfortable in here. But yeah, good holding in this, and what's interesting is all the sand appearing around you at night, or at low tide I should say. So yeah, really good, and we'll get going shortly.